Control takes place in the headquarters of Federal Bureau of Control, a place called the Oldest House. It's this featureless, bleak, concrete, brutalist architecture skyscraper in Manhattan, in New York City.
A key starting point for us was to create this place that is sealed off from our reality. And through that comes certain kind of logical thinking that if they are that, it means that they need to be independent, they need to be autonomous. And that was one statement that helps us to define how to design this place.
So the inspiration for the look of the Oldest House is brutalist architecture, which actually, I'm from Washington, D.C., and the FBI building there is a brutalist building, so it's kind of fun for me to see that in our game. But it represents the idea of control. It's concrete, straight lines, rigidity, and meanwhile, there are these chaotic forces that are inside of it that contrast with that. So you have the hiss and you have these supernatural phenomena that sort of represent chaos. And so you have chaos and order clashing within the Oldest House. And that's kind of the theme of the game.
And looking at Jesse coming into this old bureau, which has existed for God knows how long, and bringing this breath of fresh air to the place. So when you look at all of these elements, you can see that there is that contrast, and contrast, of course, sets up conflict as well. And it is an action game, and conflict is at the heart of it, but it's not just the kind of gameplay level, but on kind of a thematic level as well for the story itself.
It's not just what you think is going on the surface. There's always something happening much deeper. And I think that we're going to have some surprises on exactly how deep this world goes.
We sort of think of it as a world within a location. It's this ever-shifting place full of mysteries and adventures for players to explore. And when we filled every corner of it with new weird ideas.
It's a very strange place, a place of power. It's much, much bigger in the inside than the outside would lead you to believe. Maybe even endless. If you know the right rules and rituals, you can keep on traveling deeper.
The sort of belief about the Oldest House that the FBC has is that if you walk far enough in one direction, you could end up someplace completely different. So all kinds of strange things happen there. It's not just a couple of rooms in an old abandoned house somewhere. There is adventure around every corner, and it's up to players to explore that and see what they can find.
In the heart of this game is this secretive government agency called Federal Bureau of Control. And they are an organization that deals with the unexplainable.
And what they do is investigate and sometimes collect and bring back to their headquarters altered items, these strange objects that have caused phenomena out in the world. Some people call it supernatural, some people consider it, all kinds of weird psychic things. But they study these and sometimes store and contain them to keep the world safe from the effects of them.
An organization that has a deeper history than what it seems like initially. They have methods and bureaucracy in place, but it's always happening for a reason. And the key thing to us is that it is an organization that feels like there's a lot of mystery and history for that, and it's something that we are eager to reveal more of as the player goes through this place and tries to understand the relationship between the Oldest House and the Federal Bureau of Control.